Retail workers, what's the weirdest item a customer has ever tried to return? It started as the most boring Tuesday shift in human history at Henderson's Home Improvement until this guy named Tim walked through our doors carrying a toilet seat that was literally radiating heat like a space heater. I'm manning the customer service counter, half asleep from the morning coffee wearing off, when Tim approaches with this cardboard box that's got steam coming out of it. Not kidding. Actual visible steam. He sets it down and I immediately smell that distinct bathroom cleaner scent mixed with something I really didn't want to identify. Tim's this middle-aged guy wearing khakis and a polo shirt looking completely serious as he slides his receipt across the counter. He tells me he needs to return this toilet seat because the ergonomics weren't compatible with his sitting posture. I'm thinking, okay, weird phrasing, but people return stuff all the time. Then he opens the box. The toilet seat is literally warm to the touch. Not room temperature warm, body temperature warm. Tim notices my expression and quickly explains that he installed it that morning, used it exactly once, then immediately realized it wasn't going to work out long term. I tell him we don't typically accept returns on used bathroom items, and that's when Tim pulls out this manila folder. Inside are detailed handwritten notes comparing this toilet seat to his previous one, including actual sketches of different sitting angles with measurements. He's got diagrams showing optimal spine curvature and a homemade comfort rating system that goes from 1 to 10 across multiple categories, including initial contact satisfaction and extended sitting sustainability. Tim explains that he approached this purchase scientifically, but sometimes you can't know true compatibility until you've done a proper test run. He keeps using car metaphors, talking about how you wouldn't buy a vehicle without test driving it first. I explain that toilets and cars operate under completely different return policies, but Tim's not hearing it. He demands to speak to my manager, so I call over Janet. Tim spreads his research across the counter like he's presenting to a board of directors. Janet takes one look at the still warm toilet seat and tells Tim that hygiene regulations prevent us from accepting this return under any circumstances. That's when Tim completely loses it. He storms out, but 20 minutes later, he's back with a card table, a folding chair, and a clipboard. He sets up right outside our entrance and starts approaching customers with what he's calling a toilet seat comfort survey. I watch through the window as he asks random shoppers to rate their current home toilet comfort levels and whether they've ever experienced ergonomic compatibility issues. Security footage later showed Tim demonstrating proper sitting posture to increasingly confused customers. He's got his research folder out there, showing people his angle diagrams and explaining optimal positioning like he's teaching a physics class. One lady actually sat in his folding chair while he adjusted her posture to match his toilet seat specifications. Janet calls mall security, but before they arrive, Tim decides to demonstrate his point by actually sitting down to show customers the difference between proper and improper positioning. He plops down on his folding chair, but the clipboard he'd been holding gets caught underneath him. The sound was incredible. This loud crack followed by Tim shooting up like he'd been electrocuted, clipboard pieces scattered everywhere. He starts hopping around, grabbing his backside, while confused customers just stare at this guy who'd been lecturing them about toilet ergonomics, now doing some kind of pain dance in the parking lot. Security shows up right as Tim's trying to collect clipboard fragments, while explaining to a concerned customer that this incident actually proves his point about the importance of proper seating surfaces. They escort him off the property while he's still clutching his broken research and shouting something about consumer protection laws. The next day, Tim calls corporate to file a complaint about our return policy, but apparently the conversation didn't go well when he started explaining his testing methodology to the customer service representative. He never came back for the toilet seat. It sat in our return area for weeks until Janet finally had maintenance dispose of it. And honestly, every time I see a customer approaching with bathroom fixtures now, I automatically start looking for research folders. Some experiences just change you forever.